Welcome to the Pixl Marketing Show, the podcast for real estate media pros who want to go from random acts of marketing to remarkable results. I'm your host, Pete Stagel, founder of PixlCRM and creator of the Pixl Marketing Method. And every week, we're diving into the systems, strategies, and real stories that help you attract better clients, retain them longer, and grow a real business. Let's get into it. If you've been in real estate photography for more than a few months, you've probably had this happen. You're scrolling through social media and see a property photo that stops you in your tracks. It's good, but here's the thing. It's not yours. You zoom in and check the agent's name, and your stomach drops a little. This is someone you've worked with before. Someone who used to call you for every listing. And now they're working with somebody else. It stings, doesn't it? But here's the real kicker. In most cases, they didn't leave you. You didn't mess up. You didn't deliver bad photos. They just drifted away. And while you were busy chasing new leads, that relationship, one you'd already built and invested in, quietly faded into the background. Now, multiply that by 5, 10, or even 20 past clients. Think about how much money and momentum is slipping through your fingers without you even realizing it. See, most real estate photographers have a leak in their business they don't even know is there. They're working so hard to pour new clients into the top of the funnel, while past clients are quietly leaking out the bottom. And here's the good news. Most of these lost clients aren't gone forever. You don't need a miracle to bring them back. You just need a system, a repeatable process that reopens the conversation, reminds them why they loved working with you, and gets them booking again. And that's exactly what we're talking about in today's episode. Because once you learn how to plug that leak, your marketing becomes more efficient, your revenue becomes more predictable, and your growth stops feeling like a never-ending hustle. Let's fire up the Reactivation Rocket. In the fast-paced world of real estate photography, it's easy to focus on attracting new clients while existing relationships quietly slip away. This chapter introduces the Reactivation Rocket, a proven system to identify, reach out to, and reclaim clients who have drifted away from your business. Rather than constantly chasing new leads, you'll learn how to maximize revenue from the relationships you've already built. The client disappearance problem. Have you ever experienced this scenario? You're scrolling through your client list one day and suddenly realize, wait, I haven't heard from John Smith in months. You check your records and confirm he hasn't booked a shoot with you in quite some time. When you look him up online, you discover he's been actively listing properties, but working with a different photographer. This situation is far more common than most real estate photographers realize, and it represents one of the biggest threats to your business growth. While you're investing time and money to attract new clients, your established clients may be quietly disappearing out the back door. Most photographers make a critical assumption about why clients stop booking. They think the client must have been unhappy with their service. However, the reality tells a different story. The vast majority of clients don't leave because they had a bad experience. They leave because they simply forgot about you. Losing clients isn't necessarily about poor service. It's about failing to stay top of mind. Your real estate agent clients have good intentions to return. They liked your work and were satisfied with your service. But as time passes without hearing from you, you drift further from their thoughts. When they need to book their next shoot, they're more likely to go whoever comes to mind first, or whoever reaches out at the right moment. Clients disappear for several common reasons. 1, they get busy. Real estate agents juggle countless responsibilities. Booking a photographer isn't always at the top of their priority list, and they often go with whoever comes to mind first. 2, you weren't available. If you couldn't accommodate them once or twice, they might have found another photographer and simply continued with that relationship. 3, a competitor offered something enticing. Perhaps another photographer offered a free or discounted shoot, just as you may have done when starting your business. 4, they naturally drifted away. Without regular contact, the relationship simply faded over time. The good news? Most of these situations are easily preventable with a systematic approach to client retention. The Reactivation Rocket gives you that system. The Client Status Tracker, your early warning system. The foundation of the Reactivation Rocket is understanding exactly where each client stands in their relationship with you. The Client Status Tracker categorizes every client based on how recently they booked a shoot. Green status, active. The client is booked to shoot within the last 30 days. These clients are actively engaged and don't require special retention efforts beyond your normal excellent service. Yellow status, watch. The client hasn't booked in 30 to 60 days. This is your first warning sign. While not yet concerning, it's worth keeping an eye on these clients. Red status, danger. It's been 60 to 90 days since their last booking. At this point, the client is at significant risk of being lost to a competitor. This is where your reactivation efforts should begin in earnest. Inactive status. The client hasn't booked in 90 to 180 days. They've fallen out of the habit of working with you, but haven't necessarily committed to another photographer. Lost status. It's been over 180 days since their last booking. While not impossible to win back, these clients require a different approach than those in the red or inactive categories. This tracking system works as your early warning system, alerting you to potential client defections before they become permanent. By understanding exactly where each client stands, you can tailor your outreach efforts appropriately and intervene before it's too late. Now, I understand that some of your clients may only have a few listings per year, which means they naturally fall into these different status categories without actually being at risk. This is perfectly normal. You can always tag these seasonal clients differently in your CRM to keep them out of your automated reactivation campaigns. The Reactivation Rocket is primarily designed for higher volume agents who should be booking with you more regularly. The 3-step reactivation campaign, psychology in action. The core of the Reactivation Rocket is a carefully crafted 3-step reactivation sequence. This approach isn't random. It's based on proven psychological principles that drive human decision-making. This 3-step method was originally developed by collection agencies and later adapted for marketing by direct response expert Dan Kennedy. The genius lies in its progressive nature. While one contact might be ignored, a sequence of 3 carefully timed messages creates a pattern that becomes increasingly difficult to overlook. Here's how the sequence works once a client enters red status, 60 to 90 days without booking. Step 1. Have you forgotten us? Day 1 of red status. The first message serves as a gentle reminder that you exist and that you've noticed their absence. The subject line, "Have you forgotten us?" creates curiosity without accusation. The message might read, "Hi, first name. We've checked our records and it's been too long since you booked a shoot with us. Please accept this gift of a free $50, no strings attached gift certificate to come back and book your next listing with us. It's only good until 14 days from now. Use code WELCOMEBACK50, link to booking page. Looking forward to working with you again. Your name." This initial message establishes 3 crucial elements: a reminder that they haven't booked recently, a compelling incentive to return, the gift certificate, a deadline to create urgency. Step 2. We've been looking for you, day 14. If the client doesn't respond to the first message, you send a follow-up 2 weeks later. The key psychological element here is referencing your previous outreach, which builds a narrative of persistence and personal attention. "Hi, first name. We've been looking for you. A few weeks ago, we emailed you a free $50, no strings attached gift certificate. We've been waiting patiently, but you haven't booked your next listing yet. Just in case you can't find it, here's another chance to come back, but you need to do it before this offer expires on 14 days from now. We've made it super easy. Just enter this code when you book your next listing. Welcome back 50. Link to booking page. Hope to see you soon. Your name." This message reinforces that you're actively tracking their engagement with your business while extending the deadline to give them another opportunity. Step 3. We're all broken up. Day 28. The final message in this sequence leverages the power of loss aversion, the psychological principle that people are more motivated by the fear of losing something than by the prospect of gaining something of equal value. "Hi, first name. We're all broken up. Twice now we've emailed you a free $50, no strings attached gift certificate. Time has almost run out for you to use this offer at your company. Just in case you can't find it, here's your final chance to come back, but you need to use it before this offer expires on 14 days from now. Don't miss your last chance. Use code WELCOMEBACK50, link to booking page. Your name." This final message creates a sense of finality and urgency. By explicitly stating that this is their last chance, you trigger the fear of missing out, which can be a powerful motivator for action. For maximum impact, I recommend sending these messages through multiple channels: email, text message, and even physical postcards. The multi-channel approach significantly increases the likelihood of your message being seen and acted on. Gift certificates versus discounts, a crucial distinction. You might be wondering, isn't a $50 gift certificate just a $50 discount with different wording? From a financial standpoint, yes, but psychologically, they're worlds apart. A discount is perceived as a future benefit, something that only has value if the client decides to book a shoot at some point. A gift certificate, on the other hand, is perceived as something of immediate value that they already possess and could lose if they don't use it. People are much more likely to use something they have now versus a discount, which feels like a future benefit they may or may not need. When a client doesn't have an immediate listing, a discount feels irrelevant, but a gift certificate feels like something valuable they already own. The implementation is simple. Set up a coupon within your booking platform for your desired dollar amount, but frame it as a gift certificate or gift card. Many photographers have had success with a basic $50 gift card offer. This distinction taps into several psychological principles. Present versus future value. People place higher value on benefits they can access immediately compared to future benefits, even if they're financially identical. A gift certificate feels like something they have now, while a discount feels like something they might use later. Loss aversion. People are more motivated by the fear of losing something they already have than by the prospect of gaining something new. A gift certificate feels like something they already possess and could lose if they don't use it before the expiration date. Perceived generosity. A gift certificate feels like a gift, something given freely out of goodwill. A discount can feel more transactional or even desperate. Additionally, the framing of your offer as a gift certificate rather than a discount protects your pricing integrity. If clients become accustomed to receiving discount offers, they might delay booking in anticipation of the next promotion. A gift certificate feels more special and feels less like a routine price reduction. For these reasons, I strongly recommend framing your reactivation offers as gift certificates with specific dollar amounts rather than percentage discounts. The "Are you still in business?" strategy for lost clients. Once a client reaches lost status, over 180 days without booking, the 3-step campaign is unlikely to be effective. At this point, they've established new patterns and relationships, making them less responsive to standard reactivation offers. For these truly lost clients, I recommend a completely different approach, one that flips the script entirely. Instead of asking for their business, you question their activity, triggering curiosity and often prompting an immediate response. The message is disarmingly simple. Send an email with the subject line, "Are you still in business?" The body of the email is equally brief. "Hey, first name. I haven't heard from you in a while. Just checking in. Are you still in real estate?" Your name. This approach works for several reasons. 1. It triggers curiosity. Most agents aren't going to ignore a message that directly questions their professional activity. 2. It flips the script. Instead of you asking for their business, they feel compelled to respond to you. 3. It's unexpected. The message pattern interrupts their day, making it more memorable than standard promotional email. 4. It's low pressure. You're not directly asking them to book a shoot, making it easier for them to respond without feeling obligated. When they respond, and most will, you now have several opportunities depending on their answer. If they say, "Yes, I'm still in business," you can respond with, "Great to hear. I'd love to help with your next listing. Right now I'm offering," current offer or reactivation gift certificate. If they say, "Yes, but I haven't had any listings lately," this gives you an opportunity to offer non-listing related value. You might say, "I understand. Have you thought about creating some social media content to attract more sellers? I offer relevant service that might help." If they say, "I'm using another photographer now," this gives you valuable feedback and a chance to win them back. You can ask them what prompted the change and address any concerns or offer compelling reasons to give you another try. If they say, "Nope, I'm out of real estate now," even this response is valuable. As you can say, "I understand. Do you know any other agents who could use some killer listing photos? I'd love to connect with them." The beauty of this approach is that almost any response gives you a path forward, whether it's reactivating the client, gathering feedback, or generating referrals. Setting up your reactivation rocket. Now that you understand the strategy, let's talk about implementation. You'll need these components in place. 1. A client status tracking system. You need a way to automatically track when clients last placed an order and categorize them accordingly. 2. Automated workflow triggers. Set up automation that triggers when a client moves from one status to another, particularly from yellow to red. 3. Email templates. Create your 3 reactivation emails and your Are You Still in Business email. 4. SMS templates. Create text message versions of these communications for a multi-channel approach. 5. Tracking codes. Set up unique tracking codes or links to monitor which messages are generating responses. The key to success is automation. Once your system is set up, it should run in the background, continuously monitoring client engagement and automatically sending the right messages at the right time. This ensures no client slips through the cracks while freeing you to focus on your photography and other aspects of your business. I also recommend running an initial bulk reactivation campaign when you first implement this system. Identify all clients who haven't booked in the last 60 to 90 days or longer and run them through your 3-step sequence. This can generate immediate results and revenue before your ongoing system even gets started. I tested this exact strategy with a list of about 250 past clients who hadn't booked in over 90 days. We ran the full reactivation sequence, 3 simple messages, $50 gift card, and a deadline. By the end, we had reactivated 8 to 9% of them. That's over 20 clients back on the books, most of whom hadn't responded to anything in months. And the best part? Many of them didn't just book once. They came back into the fold, got re-onboarded, and became regular clients again. It was the clearest proof I've seen that this system works. Low effort, high return, all automated. Reactivation is part of your retention strategy. The Reactivation Rocket isn't just a standalone tactic. It's one component of a comprehensive client retention strategy. It works best when integrated with other elements we've discussed in previous chapters. The First Impressions Framework establishes a foundation for strong client relationships, making clients less likely to drift away in the first place. The Client Connection Roadmap keeps communication flowing during active relationships, strengthening client loyalty. The Review and Referral Mastery identifies and addresses issues before they cause clients to leave. When a client is successfully reactivated through the Reactivation Rocket, I strongly recommend treating them as a new client in terms of your onboarding processes. Put them back through your First Impression Framework, reminding them of your values, process, and the unique benefit of working with you. This re-onboarding can help reestablish habits and expectations that lead to long-term client retention. Advanced reactivation strategies. As you become comfortable with the basic Reactivation Rocket, consider these advanced strategies to further enhance your results. Direct mail integration. Add physical postcards to your reactivation sequence. In our increasingly digital world, physical mail stands out and often receives more attention than digital communications. Segment by client value. Consider creating different reactivation offers based on the client's historical value. Your highest value clients might warrant a more generous incentive or a personal phone call, rather than just automated messages. Progressive incentives. Consider increasing the value of your offer with each message in the sequence. For example, start with a $25 gift certificate, then increase to $50, and finally to $75 in the final message. Referral request integration. For clients who responded that they've left real estate or are committed to another photographer, automatically trigger your referral request process to potentially gain new clients from these lost relationships. Measuring reactivation success. To evaluate the effectiveness of the Reactivation Rocket, track these key metrics. 1. Reactivation rate. The percentage of targeted clients who return and book a shoot after receiving your campaign. 2. Revenue from reactivated clients. The total revenue generated from reactivated clients within 3 to 6 months. 3. Retention of reactivated clients. The percentage of reactivated clients who remain active, green or yellow status, for at least 3 months after reactivation. 4. Response rate to Are You Still in Business? The percentage of lost clients who respond to this specific outreach, even if they don't immediately book. 5. Referrals from lost clients. The number of referrals generated from clients who don't reactivate but provide referrals instead. A successful reactivation campaign typically achieves a 5 to 10% reactivation rate, meaning for every 10 clients you target, 5 to 10 will return and book a shoot. While this might not sound impressive at first glance, consider these are clients who would have otherwise been lost completely. Their lifetime value far exceeds the minimal cost of running an automated campaign. Plugging the leaky bucket. Think of your client base as a bucket. New marketing efforts pour clients in from the top. But if there are holes in the bucket, clients leak out the bottom. No matter how much you invest in attracting new clients, your business will still struggle to grow if your retention is poor. The Reactivation Rocket plugs these holes, ensuring that fewer clients slip away unnoticed. By implementing this system, you'll not only recover lost revenue, but also build a more stable, predictable business that doesn't constantly rely on new client acquisition. Remember, it's always more cost-effective to retain and reactivate existing clients than to acquire new ones. The Reactivation Rocket gives you a systematic approach to achieving this retention boost with minimal ongoing effort. In the next chapter, Amplify and Expand, we'll explore strategies to grow your business by diversifying your service offerings and maximizing revenue from your existing client relationships. Thanks for listening to the Pixl Marketing Show. If you're ready to go from random acts of marketing to remarkable results, grab your free copy of the Pixl Marketing Method at pixlmarketingmethodbook.com. If this episode helped you, share it with another real estate media business owner. Make sure to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Until next time.